welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin and this is Caitlin Reads Rambles. So you may notice I haven't been uploading a video for a while. That's because I was admitted to hospital 3 weeks ago. So basically 3 weeks ago on Saturday I was lying on the sofa, I bent my leg and I felt a crack. And I didn't really think much of it because my knees do pop and crack and my joints do. I haven't been officially diagnosed with anything, but they do. And the next day I was hobbling about and I was just struggling to like actually get about. But then by Monday when I went to work, I actually had to take a hiking pole with me to work to actually be able to get about. I was struggling just to walk without one. By the time I finished work, I was struggling to go down to the main entrance. I got a taxi home, and then I waited for my husband to come home, and we rang 111, and they advised me to go to A&E. So after a time in A&E, they did admit me because they were concerned I had an infection, because my temperature was going up, and also they were concerned that I torn a ligament or a tendon. So I got admitted into the assessment suite, seen a lot of different doctors and things like that. Um, then they said that, oh, we're going to give you some antibiotics. It was a struggle actually to get a cannula in me. I think that's because I was dehydrated. I hadn't drunk anything like since the previous night because I didn't want to, just in case I would have to go to surgery or anything like that. Um, so I got moved to a normal, well, I say normal ward. I wasn't actually sure what ward it was. I think it was just a place where they had a spare bed because they did say a lot of the female beds were blocked, which like there was no beds available, but they were going to admit me. So anyways, after the week there, I was fine. There was no signs of infection anymore. They did give me antibiotics just in case, and at one point they were going to actually drain some fluid out my knee, but they didn't have to do that. Um, every day I was getting better and better. It's just a case of like moving it about and resting as well. So they discharged me after a week, and I've spent the last 2 weeks recovering at home. But I'm okay now. I'm aiming to go back to work tomorrow, and hopefully that should be okay. Um, and the Open University side of things. So yesterday, the 5th of October, the module actually officially started, even though the actual module website opened 3 weeks ago on the 11th of September. The official start date was the 5th of October. I've been assigned a tutor. I've already made contact with them. They have got like a sort of tutor forum, and from what I've worked out, tutors have a group of 15 students, so it's not like a big massive amount. But apparently as well with the tutors they do multiple modules, so just because there's only 15 in your tutor group doesn't necessarily mean that they've just got 15 students. They may be doing other modules as well. So just take that into account if you don't get a response from them, or um it's like very vague response to them, or they might not be responding to your question in a way that you expected to. So yeah. So when I was in hospital, my husband actually brought my tablet in, and I was able to download the module books and the website onto my tablet, and I was able to do like highlighting and making notes and annotating. So that really helped to give me something to concentrate on. And because there was not a lot to do in that hospital room, um, I only went out on the weekend when my husband was able to come and visit. I did have visitors from parents as well, but I didn't want to burden them to like actually take me outside sort of thing. So anyways, I was doing that. I was focusing on Elizabeth, and then I moved on to Mary, Mother of Jesus. And the reason why I did it in that order is because I'm going to be focusing on Cleopatra and Elizabeth on my TMA questions. Mary Mother of Jesus, not really much so because I'm not really interested in that sort of thing. But when I was going through the highlighting of the module materials and also the annotations, I was like, it is actually answering a lot of questions that I did have about her. And also a lot of the stuff there aligned with my thoughts of Mary Mother of Jesus beforehand as well. So yeah, it was still interesting, but it's not what I'm going to be focusing on my TMA about. So basically, what I do need to do is I have bought a 2024 to 25 diary, and that's because they have released the tutorials. Um, and so tutorials are either you've got your own tutor based tutorial or you've got like a wider tutorials, and they could be on study skills, they could be on the topics that you're doing, and they have various dates that you can do, different times as well. So I've tried to do a lot in the evening, and if I can't find a one for in the evening during that week, I've tried to book it for a Saturday, and I've tried to go for the recorded ones as well, but some of them I can't do that. Hopefully the content is the same as what other tutors are going to be doing, because it'd be a shame if one group is going to get some information but then the other group didn't. But I will wait and see what happens there. So what I do need to do is transfer my tutor dates into my diary so that I know what I'm doing. And I've also got a big wall planner which I'm going to transfer onto there as well. Just so I've got like one I can take to work with me, just in case they ask me about doing extra like overtime or anything like that. And and I've got a big visualizing one on my wall as well, because that's how I want to work. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that right now. So you'll probably be watching me doing that. Let's do it.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do.
So, I have put all my important dates in my diary, sort of thing. What I'm going to aim to do is, because I don't have a good history with diaries, I get started and then I just don't use it anymore. But I think I need to use it, especially with things that are going to be going on in my life. I've got holidays, I've got events I'm going to. Um, so I do need to put that in, and also any like extra weekend shifts that I do at work. Um, and I've also written, especially on the weekend ones, when I'm doing like a daytime sort of study thing, I've noticed that when I've booked them, it doesn't seem as scary when you book them, but when you start writing them down in your diary, you can actually say, "Oh, hang on here, am I taking on too much?" So for a lot of the TMAs, I have got a few that are done on a Saturday, and there's like where I've got like two tutorials at the same time. Did I say TMA earlier? I do apologise, not TMA, it's tutorials. Um, so I've got like two tutorials on the same day with like an hour break or hour and a half break in between. So my aim is maybe for those days is like obviously I want to spend time with the husband as well because I don't really see him during the week. Is obviously let him know in advance when these days are, and then I can um, just focus on them, and then we'll go off to do something fun afterwards. Because you do need to have a like break in between, like because you have like 4 hours of that like information going in your head. You do need to have a bit of a break. So that's what my aim is going to be there as well. Like I said, I've wrote all my important stuff that's going on, so that you can actually plan and know what you're doing. Because I think as well with writing assignments, you need to like for me anyways, I need to actually see like, oh, I've got this space free, I've got all these like available times to be able to do it. Obviously, like I think on the days of when we're doing the tutorials, I'm probably not going to be working on any assignments sort of thing. But it's also good as well to have it written down because with the holidays coming up that I've got, I'm able to like think, hang on, this team is too. I need to really get cracking on doing it, and I need to do this, and I need to submit it by a certain date, because there is at least one holiday um that it's due in the middle of the holiday, so obviously I want to get it done before I go away. Um, so yeah, I say holidays, but it's like I'm having one, I'm having two abroad, and then one like a sort of home holiday, just a break. Anyways, these were booked way before I actually booked to do the course. So yeah, so yeah. But for those who've got like childcare, writing a diary will be helpful. Childcare issues, or if you work different shifts, having it like written down so that you can plan your time better might be good. You might want to actually visualize it as well. So yeah. So what I'm going to be doing probably soon. I'm going to like stop this recording here. I probably might come back later on and do some studying. I want to see if I can get the rest of my Elizabeth sort of draft done. I'm not going to say that it's done because I want to go to the tutorials and see what their like sort of angle will be, and then I mean I've done the studying and I don't want to get too far ahead in terms of reading about different subjects. But with the holiday coming up, I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might ask on the Discord thing what they think I should do in that respect. Um, so yeah, I just don't want to have like too much information going in, and then if I get too far ahead, I don't want to have to go backwards to go back into the information that I'm going to be doing like for the TMAs. But I know that there's a bit where I have to read about Dickens. I think Dickens and Van Gogh will be coming up soon, so I do need to read that. And I think Mary Wollstonecraft's coming up, and Gothic traditions as well. Let's have a look. See what the next subjects are going to be. So that's Elizabeth and Cleopatra. What's on the TMA 2? I do apologise. TMA 2. Yeah, it's Van Gogh and Dickens and Mozart and Wollstonecraft that we'll be looking at next. So I do need to read that Christmas Carol book, I think. What I might do, I might have a check and see exactly what they want from us from that. And then I'll plan from there. So that's all for now. I might come back later, I might not. Just 'cause I've got to go and see family that I haven't seen for a while. And yeah, see you in a bit. So I've come back from a bit of a break. I've had some food, I've spent time with family, and I've done some errands because it's important to keep on top of your everyday life and also see family while you're studying because you just don't want to be isolated from them. I've also posted on the Facebook group for some advice in regards to what's going to be happening in November. So my first team is due on the 12th of November, and I'm going to be unavailable then. So it's given that I was already going to be posting my assignment to my tutor prior to that date, so I know that it's gone. But also during November, it is actually on the planner for the next block of study. So I've got to do 4 different topics within that block, and also they have the tutorials whilst I'm unavailable, but they will be recorded, so I do need to watch them back when I do become available. So also I am waiting for the tutorials to start for my first assignment as well, just to make sure I'm on the right lines and things like that. But whilst I'm waiting for that, I don't just want to sit and wait and wallow and keep my brain inactive. I want to keep it going and keep a routine of study so that I've got that routine there basically. So, what they've advised, yes, continue on during your studies, um, do the next block because that's why you get ahead so that when you become unavailable, you're not stressing about it, and then when you do become available, you're not stressing about it as well. So I don't have a lot of time from when I become available to my next assignment that's due on the 17th of December. Um, and I need to give myself time to watch back all the recorded tutorials, but also I need to have time to go through the material. So it is going to be a lot to do in a short space of time, and then also I've got to write the assignment. Um, so what I'm going to be doing is working on the next block. If you're watching this and you're currently doing A111, or you're thinking about doing it, or you're just about starting it when you're watching this, please don't worry if you're not as far ahead as I am. Do it at your pace. Your life can be different to mine. You might have different challenges to me. Um, I started early because I wanted to start early, and also, um, your way of learning might be different to mine. And yeah, so just don't worry if you're not as far ahead as I am. Just take it as you can, but as long as you're meeting the deadlines for the assignments, you should be fine. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have already downloaded on my tablet the PDF copies of the book of each chapter and also the web uh, materials as well, so that I can just go ahead and study whilst I'm at work because I like to take my tablet into work and study during my lunch break. So I can just go ahead and do things like that. So yeah, And that means that when I come to have my unavailability, that I'm not really far behind. I just need to watch back the tutorials and then I can get on with doing the TMA. I have had a brief look at the assignment, and what I need to do, I need to pick two of the topics or people, and then the second part of it, I need to sort of see what I'm going to do differently. How the first TMA tutor comment helped me with my second assignment. Um, so I think I get 80% of the marks for doing the actual material on the people, and 20% on the tutor remarks thing, you know. So briefly looking at the actual people, and before I've even actually looked at the TMA questions. So there's four people I need to do: Mozart, Van Gogh, Dickens, and Mary Wollstonecraft. I think I'm probably going to be doing Dickens and Mary Wollstonecraft, just from like a rough general idea of maybe what that would entail. Um, Mozart, probably not, because I think it's going to be more of listening to music, which I would find difficult to do because of my hearing problems. And Van Gogh, I'm not really into art and interpreting art. Yeah, I'm not really into that sort of thing. So yeah, I did actually do Dickens and A Christmas Carol when I was at school. I remember doing an essay about that for my GCSE. And Mary Wollstonecraft, I don't really know too much about her, but I believe she's on the philosophy sort of side. So yeah, it may change. It may change when I do the actual studying. So, but I am going to give it a go on each one, including Mozart. I'm just going to see what that's about, and I believe a lot of it's going to be about the history of him. But I think the TMA question might be to do with like listening to a piece of music. That's what I believe, but I'm not too sure because I haven't really looked into that yet. So yeah, that's just an update of where I am on my studies. Like I say, if you are not as far ahead as me, don't take it to heart. Don't like think that you should be this far ahead. Everybody works differently. Everybody's life's different, and everybody's commitments are different. So if you're studying, good luck. If you think about studying, do it. And yeah, that's it for me. Any questions? Please ask below. As long as they're respectful and nice questions, I'll try and answer them as best as I can. So yeah, bye bye.